Another great week at Dr. James McConnell's The Small Business Network with co-host Brittany Wise and Joyce Engram. How you doing, Miss Joyce?
I'm okay. I'm doing wonderful.
Are you having a good day so far?
Yes, I am. It's been terrific.
Awesome. How about you, Miss Brittany? How's your day?
It's fabulous.
Is
Busy.
it? Busy?
Busy.
If it ain't busy, then you're gonna be slow and it's scary then, right?
Perhaps.
Perhaps,
But
right?
I can find something to do.
Absolutely. Well, having said that, I'd like to get into the vision board.
Oh, Lord.
So
Okay.
I'd like to talk about what is a vision board?
Well, the small answer is a representation of your goals, like a visual representation of your goals.
Mm-hmm.
That's the small answer.
Okay.
And the big answer is a lot of people use vision boards for, where they want to be, where they see themselves, what they want to accomplish, materialistic things that they want to manifest into their life, so to speak. So,
Okay. So why and how is it useful?
Well, in business, it's very useful in terms of, like I said, once you determine where you want to get to, you have that, that vision, you can put that vision on paper, and it allows you to see it every day you wake up. You can say, this is what I want to be. This is who I want to be emotionally, spiritually, how I want to manifest, more money or this particular car.
Right.
It allows you to have that visual aid, especially for people who learn with their eyes.
Mm-hmm.
It really helps them move forward, and especially in business, accomplish goals.
So, Ms. Joyce, do you have anything like that, such as a vision board or anything where you kind of look at your goals? Do you have anything like that, Ms. Joyce?
Yes, I do. And I also have recommended it to my adult children
Really?
to show them how they can achieve their goals. Once they see it, they stay focused. It helps them to stay focused, shall I say.
I love the idea of a vision board because it helps you see what you're trying to do. And we're visual, most of us are visual, so we need to be able to see. So let's talk about SMART goals. What are SMART goals, Ms. Brittany?
Well, SMART goals it's an acronym that gets to be passed around in the business world, or sometimes even in, when you're taking certain college courses, you'll hear your professor talk about SMART goals. That is, the S stands for SMART, the M is measurable, A is attainable, R is realistic, and T is timely.
Oh.
So when you put that together, it makes the goal more realistic and easily achievable.
Okay.
If you say I want $1 million in 3 years, well, how much money? You only make $30,000 a year now. That's not very achievable, so it's not as realistic.
Right. So what is the best time to write goals?
I personally like to write my goals for the following year in the summer. So June, July, halfway mid-year is when I write my goals for the next year. And it just puts things in perspective. It allows me to look back where I am in the year and where I'm on pace to get to.
Right.
If by the end of the year I can say, okay, well, I've already accomplished 3 of my 5 goals, then I'm on pace to accomplish my goals for the year. And then I can better plan for the next year. A lot of people wait until the last 3 months, Christmas holiday season, everybody's broke at that point, and they're like, well, what do I want to accomplish next year? Well, you're kind of in a desperation phase if you wait till you're broke to start planning out your year.
Absolutely.
You want to at least start early enough to where, okay, let me go ahead and start preparing my calendar and what I want to accomplish, because believe it or not, the time goes by very fast when you're working and you're doing stuff, and it's like, okay, what did I get accomplished?
Right, absolutely. And so I love that idea of goals. The question that I want to ask you now, what's the difference again between goals and just SMART goals?
Well, technically is no difference depending on who you ask. A goal is a goal, but sometimes people get too broad with their goals. Like you and I, we've been doing it long enough to where we can say, okay, I want to accomplish just this and this today, and it leads to the big picture. But we've been doing it long enough to where we kind of already do the SMART goal, format. But some people they reach for the stars and they have no idea how to accomplish getting to the stars.
That's right.
So then your goal is just like a dream. It's like, okay, what do you want to accomplish? Oh, I want to lose weight. how much weight, how like, you know what I'm saying? So that's the difference between just the goal of I want to lose weight and a smart goal of I want to lose weight, I want to lose 10 pounds in 2 months. You know, that's more of a smart goal.
Well, let's talk about collaboration. What is collaboration?
Ooh, I love collaboration. I love collaborating with people, and that's really just getting together with people who may do what you do, may not do what you do, and you all come together as a team, even if you kind of work solopreneur-ish, but then as you come together as a team, now you're collaborating on projects to attain, you know, like-minded goals.
So what about you, Ms. Joyce? How do you add in collaboration, such as how me and you talk sometimes about goals that we're trying to reach? How do you equate that into your life?
Well, I would say, as what Brittany stated, we can all have different goals that we're trying to achieve, and sometimes another individual can help us to achieve or collaborate or give us insight, perhaps if they've gone through some of the same, you know, ordeals or situations, or some of the same opportunities that could be offered, you know, to that person that's trying to accomplish similar or the same goal. So it's like a network almost as well. You're networking, you're talking, you're communicating, if not daily, at least once a week, once a month, to, you know, corroborate as to where you are now, where you would like to be, and where you would like to be in the future.
I like that. Awesome answer. Awesome answer. So, Ms. Brittany, how does a company benefit from collaborating?
Well, the main way is you start to share contacts.
Okay.
So in respect to you and I, we have two different businesses, but because we collaborate in different aspects of our business, now I have access to the people you know, you have access to the people that I know.
Absolutely.
And it's an absolute win-win for both of us.
Absolutely.
For everybody.
I love it. And so Ms. Joyce, me and her has had some good conversation about that collaborating. She's been slowed lately because of certain things going on, but we'll get into some of our collaborating goals that we've talked about so we can be able to push forward to the growth that a business needs from collaboration.
So I will give you an example. One collaboration that I'm working on, there's a grant, a federal grant. It's a $2 million grant. Well, it's 3 tiers, 1 million, 2 million, and 5 million.
Okay.
The whole point of the grant is to get small businesses to collaborate.
Okay.
So you almost cannot get the grant without collaborating with other businesses. So that's the power of collaborating. Now we all have access to more money.
Got you. That is so awesome. Collaborating is so huge. I mean, aren't you excited, Ms. Joyce, about our collaboration? So I love it. So we're going to move into life coaching. I know that Ms. Brittany has some questions about life coaching.
Yes, ma'am. So Ms. Joyce, from my understanding, you are a life coach, but why don't you tell our listeners and our audience, what is a life coach?
A life coach is a type of person the willingness professionally to help people or individuals make progress in their everyday living, such as like their relationships, their careers, business ideas, or even just their everyday living.
Okay, awesome. So basically you coach people and help them have a better life and growth overall.
Correct, to fulfill whatever, you know, endeavor that they're trying to do, whatever business, whatever career, or even help with their relationship as well.
Okay, awesome. So what can I do to help change a life?
First of all, identify what the issue is and help them to address how they can do it better.
Okay.
It can be a breakup. It can, you know, it can be a loss of a job. How do you get past that? You know, there's a process.
Okay.
And sometimes losing a job can also be a grieving process, especially if you've been on the job 40 years.
Wow, that's I agree.
You know
how sweet it is, as Dr. James say.
So on that topic of life coaching, I'd like to add, I dabble somewhat sometimes into the life coaching thing, and that part is really what it sounds like. It's not like you're coaching someone out of just this little part. It's life coaching. So you're helping someone with life. I think that's huge. You know, how does that sometimes differ from just say, you know, counseling someone compared to life coaching? How do you see that, Ms. Joyce, as far as the difference between just a counsel and life coaching?
Well, life is everyday living. Life is everyday issues. And you're coaching them through those life everyday issues that we face on a daily basis. As I stated, whether it can be a relationship or it can be the loss of a parent, and you're helping them to get through those ordeals. Okay. So that's part of life. Now, when you say, for as someone who's, you know, wants to be a life coach, like she mentioned earlier about losing weight. Okay, I want to lose weight. But then you don't have anything to go with that, and where that life coach will come in and help you to put that into perspective. 10 pounds within a month or 15 pounds within a month. And then what type of food are you going to eat? You got to eat healthy, and you got to start changing your mindset as well. Because just saying it is not going to accomplish it. You got to put it to action. You got to maybe walk every 3 times a week, say for 30 minutes a day. You know what I'm saying? So it has to be put into perspective.
Absolutely. I love it. So in addition to life coaching, let's talk about catering events. What are some of your specialties?
Well,
Give it to him.
Well, I'm from Louisiana, so I do a lot of New Orleans Cajun food. I do Asian food, pastas, red beans and Creole red beans and rice, a lot of seafood, whether it's healthy seafood, meaning baked, you know, different ways, grilled. Those are some options that you can have. In retrospective to, I don't just use one, how can I say this? I just don't target the people that say eat bad. I target the ones that eat healthy as well, or the ones that like the home-cooked meals. You know what I'm saying? So all of it, I can do all of it.
Okay, awesome. That sounds lovely. It's making me kind of hungry.
I know, right?
So what type of catering events have you done already?
I've done weddings. I've done small parties. I've done church events. And, of course, the holidays.
Okay, all right. So
my favorite holiday is Thanksgiving.
Okay, so do you do the traditional Thanksgiving food, or is it whatever people request?
Well, if it's for someone else, I do whatever their request is. I mean, but I'm versatile. I've done, it could have been ribs and, you know, the whole entity to go with the rib deal and, you know, fried fish, you know, so it doesn't necessarily have to be the turkey, the dressing, you know, all those trimmings. But the famous thing that I do is my favorite is bread pudding. Everyone loves it.
Okay.
That eating thing, I love that catering part because food doesn't go out of style. Unlike some things that we have as far as services is concerned, let's say teaching knowledge, though everyone wants it, everyone don't always want it as bad as someone else. But food, on the other hand, whether you want it or don't, you're going to have it.
Eventually, you're going to want some food.
So you're going to have to order some food. So I think you're in that catering thing. I think that's going to be, that's a great and huge field, because if the food tastes great, to be honest, if the food tastes average, you're going to still sell it. And if the food tastes great, oh man, you're gonna
come back.
Yeah, they're gonna come back. And I already saw some pictures of some of your food, Miss Joyce. So it looks great.
And tastes fabulous.
Ooh, how sweet it is!
If I say so myself, it tastes fabulous.
That's what I'm talking about.
So let's move on, Miss Joyce. 8 Souls Enterprise. What does 8 Souls Enterprise represent?
Okay, first of all, 8 businesses, It represents God blessing me with 8 children.
Okay.
4 biological and 4 adoptive kids. And it helped me to change and minister to them.
Awesome.
And that's what my 8 souls represent.
Interesting. So what services do you provide, and give some examples?
Okay, well, we said the life coaching. Mm-hmm. We said the catering events.
Okay.
I help also with credit repair, helping people to repair their credit.
Okay.
Going in and doing the derogatory stuff that's on their credit reports. I do photographing and videographing. That's where I take pictures. I do videos also. I've done some for, like, I have a son that does modeling, and I go to some of his games and, and do videos for him, and also take pictures for him while he plays ball. I do some car selling, and that's mostly online.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Just a few of things that I do right now.
Absolutely. Okay. Awesome. Let's switch gears. I know that you had questions for me, Ms. Joyce, about entertainment.
I do. I do. So what do you do, Dr. James, for entertainment?
So, because I love what I do, that's a form of entertainment. But to really answer that question, what I try to do is when I finish my day, and it ends at all kind of times. It could be at 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, or midnight. It just depends. But when I finish, I try to turn off my brain a little bit, because it's hard to, a lot of times I'll go from doing business and I'll start reading a book. And my book is going to always be about business or what to grow to, or what can I learn. And so I try not to do that sometimes. I'll just cut on a series I am watching and watch 1 or 2 episodes. So that could be 30 minutes to an hour. We always try to catch a movie at least once per week. I love movies. I am a moviegoer. So that's just one of the things that I do to try to, that's my version of entertainment.
Okay, that sounds pretty good. So I know you was, not fond of the pandemic when everything shut down.
Not fun at all. Not fun at all.
Okay. How often do you do it?
So I may not watch TV every day, but a version of entertainment to me, if I'm not watching TV, it could just be, it could be listening to an audio book. It could be reading a book. And again, it ends up being business, but I truly enjoy that stuff. I enjoy enhancing my brain. It's a form of entertainment. So if I don't do that, then, if there's a game on, a basketball game or a football game, then I'll watch my team. That's another form of entertainment. So I guess every day, at least 4 or 5 days maybe per week, I try my best to watch 1 episode of something to take my mind away from straight business. Yeah, right. That's what I do.
Wow. Every day, huh?
Let's talk about determination.
Do you
need it in your business?
Okay. Do you need it in business? Yes, you have to have determination in your business, or you will not launch your business. Most people, they'll do certain things and then they'll stop. They'll do certain things and then they'll stop. They'll do certain things, then they'll go do something else and then they'll stop. They're going to go do something else and they'll stop. They're in an ultimate rush to try to move to the next thing without finishing what they've started. Right. And they have to, and it's okay if you're able to do 8 things at once, but most people can't. Most people can do 1, 2, 3 things. If you can do 8, 9, 10 things at once, great. But if you can't finish 1 or 2 things, what's the use of it doing 8 things if you ain't completed 1 thing?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So you have to have determination.
You have to have. Okay, and when do you need it? How often do you need it? Is it something that you should have sometimes, every now and then, you get a little determined, a good wind came through, or what?
Every day. You have to have this every single day, because living from your business is not easy.
Right.
It's very, very hard getting to a level of sustainability. I know some people can understand that.
Mm-hmm.
It's not easy to getting to sustainability from your business, meaning it working like a machine. So it has to be determination to keep going, not stop, and feel like this is what I'm going to do. Because first of all, you're proud of what you do, and you're happy, and you feel some accomplishment, right? And so you have to think, you know what, this is what I'm going to do till the day I die. But when you have that kind of excitement of what you're doing, it don't always feel like work. Like, to me, it doesn't always feel like work.
Right.
It feels like me, so you have to have it every single day.
Okay, good. What about persistence?
Ooh.
How important is it?
Oh man, this goes with determination. Persistence means when you don't quit.
Right.
You cannot quit. So many people quit. They do, I can't do it.
Keep going,
they stop. They stop. I can't do it. I'm persistent. I'm so persistent. If I can't get it the first time, I'm gonna do it the second. If I can't get it the second time, if it takes me 19 straight times, I'm going to keep doing it until I reach that goal. It's very important for persistence. Now, I want to ask you, Miss Brittany, tell me about your persistence. Give me an example of your persistence.
Shoot, where do I start?
Give me one.
Well, for starters, let's see. If I have a goal, I'm going to keep going until I accomplish that goal. Like, point blank period, until I can check. I like to-do lists. So I'll write on the to-do list, what do I need to do today? And I'm not going to stop until I get everything checked off on my to-do list.
Right.
That's a level of persistence that some people just don't possess, because they find simple reasons to give up or excuses to stop.
Right.
So with any business I do, if I'm hitting my head on the wall and I'm just coming up against obstacles, then I'll reevaluate what I'm doing. But the persistency is still there, like still trying to move forward and keep going. And it's a dog fight. Like for real, it's a dog fight. Look,
that's what I'm talking about.
It is a dog fight.
So what makes it a dog fight, though?
Oh boy. We've talked about dream killers on the show, where you have people in your circle possibly that, or just people that that will try to talk you out of what you're doing, tell you crazy, that ain't gonna work. So you have that portion of it where you gotta keep your mind stayed on the prize. Then you have, the basic day-to-day, like our life coach talked about. Sometimes if you ain't got the money,
right,
it's like, okay, how am I going to accomplish it with limited resources?
Right, I got you.
So it's always going to be something. And until you learn that every lesson is a blessing, you're always going to be in that position of what if.
Gotcha.
As opposed to let me just keep going, let me just keep doing. And that's where the vision board comes in, like we talked about.
Right.
And once you have that vision that this is my big goal, I'm not going to stop until I accomplish my big goal.
Got you. Okay. All right, Ms. Joyce, it's back on you. I know you have another question for me.
Yes, I do. Is it good for business? Being persistent, is it good for business?
It's great.
Help me understand that.
It's absolutely great for business, because everything you do, you're not going to persevere. Some things you're going to fail. And it's okay.
Right.
Because failure is normally the backbone of success.
Right.
The more you fail, the more you're going to pick yourself up to push. Now, obviously, if everything you do fails, then forget business.
Wow, okay.
If everything you do fails.
Show, like, no, see,
go work for a living.
That means you need to call Dr. James or Brittany or Miss Joyce to try to figure out what you're doing wrong.
What you're doing wrong.
Because everything ain't supposed to fail.
Right. but if you're doing 5 things and 2 fail, even 3, so really, if you're doing 5 things and 3 fail and only 2 doing well, that's okay. It doesn't mean to quit those two things,
right?
Unless you want to, but don't feel like, oh, I gotta, you know what, I need to do something else. That's not true. It means to do it again and again and again. And maybe you want to change angles. Maybe you want to do it at a different angle, but don't give up. Don't quit unless you just have a bad taste. You feel like it needs to change, but I wouldn't change it. Right. So being persistent is the number one thing, because we can get sidetracked with everything. We can get sidetracked with family and friends and spouses and kids and life and this and that. Everything can change your life. It can change the persistence of what you want to do. And there's no excuses in business if you want to live from it. No matter what you think or say, no matter what happens, either you're going to do it or you're not going to do it.
I will say, the key with persistency is you never know when you hit that point.
That's right.
So I always tell my clients, prepare for when.
That's right.
Not if, when. Because eventually opportunity is going to knock on your door.
That's right.
And you want to be prepared for it. But if you stop in the middle of getting that phone call next week, then you miss the mark.
That's right.
And a lot of people quit before they even get the chance to get to the success. And it's like, don't quit.
And for all you viewers, that's what most people do. Most people quit before they reach where they want to go.
Right.
And so if you don't quit, you're already a special person.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Out of 100 people, you're going to have about 80 people that's going to quit. That's just being honest. You're going to get 20 that's going to keep going. Then you're going to get about maybe 7 to 8 people that's going to persevere past that. And that number goes up or down depending on the person, right? So having said that, what I want Ms. Joyce to do now is tell everyone the name of your business and your phone number. Again, tell everyone the name of your business and your phone number, how to get in touch with you about your services.
Okay, again, the name of my business is ASOS Enterprise. My telephone number is 214-329-8457. Again, 214-329-8457. ASOS Enterprise.
Awesome. And Ms. Brittany?
You can reach me in Legacy Services, Legacy with an I. My number is 214-774-7503.
Awesome. And I'm Dr. James, MBC Global Enterprises, 469-765-5327 for everything you need in business. So this was a great show. Thank you guys for tuning in. For our co-hosts, Joyce Engram and Brittany Wise, this was a great show. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week on Dr. James McConnell's The Small Business Network. You guys have a great day.